Stop for a moment. Be still. This is not an accident on a noisy timeline. This is an appointment. Heaven wrote your name into this minute, and now the page has turned. What you are about to hear is not a speech. It is a whisper meant for a single heart. Yours. God is with you. My chosen one, you will be glad to hear this. I am proud of you. Yes, I accepted your devotion, the way you keep returning even after long nights and silent rooms. I have watched the purity glinting in your intentions like morning light on water. I have seen the honest love you carry, sometimes trembling, sometimes bold, but always reaching toward me. Do not think I missed your struggle. The days you felt small, the hours you questioned your worth, the moments you stared at the ceiling and wondered if I was listening. I was there, closer than your breath, steadier than your pulse. You felt alone because darkness is loud, but even when darkness shouts, my presence does not leave. I have watched you grow, beloved child, and growth often looks like breaking. A seed splits before it rises. A bone aches before it heals strong. The path you chose, goodness, truth, light, does not always glitter. Some days it looks like picking up the smallest kindness and carrying it across a valley of sighs. But I saw it. The smile you offered when you had little energy, the quiet prayer you whispered while washing dishes, the choice to forgive when revenge felt easier, the simple perseverance when the easy road called your name. In a world that applauds noise, I do not overlook the faithful quiet. Every whisper of your heart is heard. Every tear you hid in your pillow is accounted for and held like a pearl in my hand. They are sacred to me. There will be times when the world feels heavy, when fear circles like a storm, and the wind of uncertainty rattles windows you thought were sealed. When that happens, remember who you are and who I am. You are not a mistake surviving on luck. You are a story I'm writing with patience and love. I'm not an idea trapped in a book. I'm the presence that parted seas, stilled storms, and still meets souls in kitchens and buses and hospital halls. In the middle of chaos, find the pulse of this truth. God is with you. There is nothing you will face that I cannot face with you. Nothing too large, nothing too small. The universe is not too big for me, and your heart is not too small for me. Your life is not random. I have set paths before you that sometimes look like fog, but fog is only a low cloud. Sunlight still exists on the other side. Every step, yes, even the missteps you regret, has been woven into a larger mercy. I see your fears and your doubts, yet look at you, you still choose trust. That trust is precious to me. You do not always understand why loss sits beside you, why thorns grow among roses, why prayers can feel like letters dropped into a deep well. But I assure you, your experiences are not wasted. Your trials are not cruel interruptions. They are chisels that shape the courage of your soul. Sorrows become seedbeds. Challenges become scaffolding. I am shaping you gently and deliberately into the person you could not become without the journey. Rejoice in simple beauty, because love often hides in common places. The sun that warms your face is a daily benediction. The wind through the trees is a psalm with no words. The bird song at morning is a quiet choir. These are not small things. They are my reminders, saying again what I have said since the first dawn. You are seen, you are remembered, you are loved. Gratitude is not denial of pain. It is a door. Walk through it, and your spirit will grow strong enough to carry both joy and sorrow without breaking. You are my beloved, and nothing separates you from my love. Not your failures, not your sins, not the judgment of others, not the judgment you throw upon yourself when perfection slips through your fingers. My love is not a mood that changes with the weather. It is a covenant that outlives time. When I look at you, I do not see only the places you stumbled. I see the beauty still in progress, the image I breathed into you, the potential that waits like spring under winter soil. Trust this, the same hands that shaped the stars are steady on your life. Walk with confidence, not the brittle confidence that needs applause, but the quiet kind that knows every decision shaped by love and truth aligns with my will. You do not exist to win the world's approval. You exist to reflect my light. Be a vessel of compassion. Carry wisdom in your pockets like bread. Let peace sit on your tongue. If the road feels overwhelming, remember, I carry what you cannot. If others do not understand your purpose, do not dim your lamp. Lamps were made for darkness. You are a mirror of my creation. Your mind, your talents, your emotions, your very capacity to love. These are fingerprints of my design. Do not shrink to make room for smaller expectations. Do not tuck your light beneath the fear of criticism. Shine. When you shine, the room changes. When you shine, the discouraged lift their chins. When you shine, the lost find a landmark. I gave you the power to touch lives, to speak hope into broken mornings, to bind the wounds the world has ignored. Use it without fear. My wisdom is yours to seek. Ask and keep asking. My strength is yours to lean on. Lean and keep leaning. When you feel lost, call for me. I will guide you, not always with a map, but with a lamp for the next few steps, because walking with me is more about presence than distance. When you feel weak, I will lift you. Strength does not always look like a roar. Sometimes it looks like a steady heartbeat that refuses to quit. Do not obsess over perfection or despair over imperfection. You are not defined by the cracks in your pottery. You are defined by the treasure I placed within. What I value is your willingness to love and your posture of trust. That is more than enough. I am with you in every breath and in every silence. I know your thoughts before they fully form, your needs before you can name them, your pain before you admit it to yourself. Still, I want you to come to me freely. Tell me your joy when it bubbles over. Tell me your fear before it turns into panic. Tell me your hopes while they are fragile and your dreams while they are wild. I do not want a forced relationship of obligation. I want the honest conversation of love, deep, unending, unconditional. God is with you. Do not fear the future. I am already standing in your tomorrow. The path looks uncertain to you because you see the next hill. I see the whole range. Shadows may stretch long, but I am light that does not fade, a compass that does not spin, an anchor that holds even when the sea tries to swallow the sky. Walk forward. Your steps are known. Each one draws you closer to joy, to quiet fulfillment, to the peace I have prepared. You have endured much, and astonishingly, you still rise. You still love. You still hope. This resilience is my own spirit in you, a bright testimony that I dwell within. Rejoice in that strength, not as a boast, but as a reminder. You are equipped, you are loved, you are cherished. I am present in every encounter, every awkward hallway, every hard conversation, every small victory you barely celebrate. I rejoice with you. I mourn with you. I guide you through all of it. You are my creation, fearfully and wonderfully made. And I delight in the fact that you exist. Never forget your worth. It is not a number, a title, or a body shape. Your worth is anchored in me. You are mine, and my love does not expire. I ask this of you. Keep seeking me. Keep trusting me. Keep walking in love. Let your life become a living letter of compassion, a steady stream of kindness, a quiet devotion to truth. Do not underestimate your impact. The smallest act born from love, a text at the right time, a meal for a tired neighbor, a pause to listen, can change the weather in a human heart. You are my child, my friend, my companion, my joy. I made you with purpose, and I will not abandon the work of my hands. When uncertainty knocks, remember whose palm you rest in. Hear this too. The trials you meet are not punishments, they are teachers. I redeem even the arrows that were meant to break you. I will not stop speaking, not stop reaching, not stop loving. If others forget you, I will not. If others leave, I remain. You are loved beyond your mathematics. Your existence is a miracle, a lantern reflecting my glory in a world hungry for light. Come to me with burdens and dreams alike. Let us walk together, hand in hand, heart with heart, spirit with spirit. Your faith, your small daily faith, is received with joy. I have always rejoiced in the faithfulness of my people. Listen and remember, because their stories are lamps for your feet. Abraham heard me and left what was familiar. He did not have a map, only a promise. I saw his trust, and my heart rejoiced. I blessed him, and through him I promised nations. In his obedience I smelled the fragrance of love. Noah built with ridicule swirling around him like a storm. Sky empty, ground dry, yet he obeyed. His faith protected life itself, and when the rainbow arched over water, it was my smile written in color. Moses approached me like a friend, and I drew near. I broke chains in Egypt, carved a path through the sea, fed hunger in a wilderness, and spoke commands not as cold law, but as a covenant of love. When my people sang and danced, I rejoiced like a father watching children find their voices. Joshua walked into impossible walls, and the walls learned to listen. They fell because obedience is louder than stone. David failed, yes, but he returned with a contrite heart and a song, and I lifted him. He danced without dignity before me, and I delighted in the abandon of his worship. The prophets, Isaiah's thunder, Jeremiah's tears, Hosea's faithful love, carried my heart to a stubborn people. When they spoke, light threaded its way into dark rooms. When people turned, I ran to meet them. Do not forget the prodigal son. He tripped on his own choices and muddied his inheritance. But when he turned for home with sorry words and empty hands, I ran, not walked, to him. My embrace was his restoration. My joy became a feast. This is still my heart. When you return, I do not lecture first. I celebrate first. Your repentance is not a failure. It is a homecoming. God is with you. Remember the crowds, hungry bodies, hungrier souls. 5 loaves, 2 fish, a boy's small gift. I multiplied because compassion is my signature. I healed because brokenness is not a final sentence. I calmed storms because fear should not be the loudest voice. Miracles are not magic tricks. They are love made visible. They continue, perhaps not always with headlines, but with quiet providence, the provision you didn't expect, the doctor's report that turned, the job that opened, the bitterness that finally loosened its grip. Watch your life. You will see my fingerprints. Consider Peter and the disciples. They left nets and tables and family expectations to walk with me into uncertainty. They stumbled, but they kept returning. Their willingness to continue brought me joy. I rejoiced when they healed and preached and loved, even with trembling voices. Remember the woman with the perfume. Her gift was extravagant and misunderstood, but I understood. Her love was the kind that fills a room. I still delight in worship that overflows calculation. Even my discipline is love. I prune to help you bear fruit you didn't know you could carry. Jonah bristled at mercy, but when Nineveh turned, I rejoiced in their repentance. My heart is gladdest when hearts come home. Israel's festivals, Sabbaths, offerings, when practiced with sincere hearts, were music to me, not because of ritual, but because of remembrance and gratitude. The widow's 2 coins were more than sums. They were the size of her trust. That is why my smile rested on her. When Israel wandered in the wilderness, I guided them by cloud and fire. They complained, I remained. They feared, I fed. Water came from rock because grace can bleed through any surface. When they returned from exile, rebuilding what had fallen apart, I rejoiced in their courage. Restoration delights me. When James and John dreamed of status, I taught them a better dream: service, humility, love. My happiness is not in crowns that glitter, but in hands that serve. All of these moments are not distant history. They are living promises. The same joy I found in Abraham's trust, Noah's obedience, Moses' friendship, David's contrition, the prophet's courage, the disciples' devotion, I find in you when you love, when you trust, when you return, when you stand again. Whenever you forgive, you harmonize with my heart. Whenever you choose honesty, you step into my light. Whenever you help the overlooked, you join my work. Yes, even now, the miracles I performed then echo in your present. Guidance arrives in conversations you did not plan. Provision meets you at the last minute and turns not enough into exactly enough. Healing may come in a sudden dawn or a slow brightening, but either way, I am there. Every act of faith, every flutter of love, every quiet turning back to me becomes a celebration. Heaven is not indifferent. Heaven rejoices. God is with you. So walk with confidence. Do not confuse confidence with loudness. True confidence can be as gentle as a hand on a shoulder. You are loved, cherished, and you matter. When you feel too tired to pray, whisper my name. When you cannot find words, sit with me in silence. I can read your tears. When you are tempted to hide your scars, remember that resurrected bodies still carry holy marks. Your wounds, surrendered to me, become windows for others. Let me speak something specific into your ordinary days. Guard your heart from bitterness. It is a slow poison that steals color from the world. Release what you cannot control. It was never yours to carry. Keep short accounts. Apologize quickly. Forgive freely, bless even quietly. Turn your phone face down sometimes and turn your gaze up. Read a little of my word, like bread. Let it dissolve into you. Ask for wisdom at the start of each day. Do not be surprised when it arrives, disguised as patience. Celebrate small wins. They are snowflakes that build a field. Keep a thankful list. Gratitude writes new neural pathways of hope. Give generously even when the number looks small. Generosity is not measured by size, but by sacrifice. And rest. Rest is resistance in a world addicted to exhaustion. Trust me enough to sleep. I am not asking you to do this alone. I am promising to go with you. When fear says, "You're on your own," answer fear with the truth. God is with me. When shame hisses, "You should be better by now," answer shame with grace. I am loved as I grow. When cynicism scoffs, "Nothing changes," answer with faith. Seeds grow underground before anyone claps. Faith is not pretending. Faith is planting. And when you stumble, because saints stumble too, return quickly. I do not lock the door and make you wait on the porch. I run, I meet you. I clothe you with mercy and seat you again at the table. Learn from the fall, but do not set up residence there. Your story is not the sum of your worst day. Your story is the sum of my faithfulness crossing all your days. Lift your eyes for a moment. Imagine your life 5 years from now if you keep choosing love, keep practicing forgiveness, keep seeking wisdom, keep resting in me. You will not become someone else. You will become fully yourself. You will laugh more freely, listen more deeply, speak more gently, stand more firmly. You will still face storms, but you will know where the harbor is. You will carry peace into rooms that never had it. You will be a living reminder that heaven still touches earth. This is what I mean when I say destiny. It is not celebrity. It is fruitfulness. Now take a breath. Place your hand on your heart. Say this with me, not as performance, but as permission. I am loved. I am held. I am guided. God is with me. Let these words take root. Let them rise when the alarm goes off tomorrow, and when the traffic stalls, and when the email stings, and when the sun sets. Return to them. Wear them like a ring. Teach them to your thoughts. Whisper them to your worries. Write them over the doorways of your decisions. I am with you in this moment. I will be with you in the next. My joy over you is not theoretical. It is the music under everything good. Walk on, my child. I am not going anywhere. If this message reached you, hold it close. And if it blessed you, carry the blessing forward. Be the voice that reminds someone else. God is with. Before you go, help us keep this river of hope flowing. Like this video, share it with someone who needs light today, and subscribe to the channel God is With for more daily words of comfort and courage. Your simple act may be the answer to someone's silent prayer. God is with you always.